Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to present the Big Spell Control Mage. The new cards that Mage got in Kobolds and Catacombs basically all pretty much rely on you having some expensive spells in your deck. So the Control Mage archetype is currently looking for the balance between running just a lot of big spells and exactly how many of the old stables it's able to weave in. And this build that I've been playing is this pretty meta-agnostic build of a Big Spell Control Mage, not particularly teched for any individual meta game, so you will want to tech this for whatever you happen to be facing. That said, the deck exhibits the basic win conditions of a Control Mage nowadays. So you have Medivh the Guardian, which gives you Atiyesh and synergizes really nicely with big spells. Then you just jam some big spells and you get big minions every turn. You can win through that. There's the Alexstrasza burn win condition, so you can Alexstrasza your opponent. Sometimes you can also Alexstrasza yourself to use it defensively to heal up. And after Alexstrasza you can then use some burn spells to finish the opponent off, or the minions that you happen to have on board. Pyroblast also goes very well with that. Some people even run this with 2 copies of Pyroblast. Then you might not even need the Alexstrasza, you might just have the burn anyway. Then there is the Dragoncaller Alana win condition. Fill your board with 5/5 dragons. That's very effective in some matchups. It's very comparable to Medivh. Medivh is a bit slower, it gives its value over multiple turns, whereas Alana gives its value in a single turn, around the same amount of value, but it's weaker to an immediate board clear if you're in a matchup where the opponent has some good hard removal. And then there is Frostlich Jaina, so you also have the option to simply outlast your opponent. Use Frostlich Jaina, all your elementals will have lifesteal, then you will be able to use those water elementals, create more water elementals, use whatever elementals you already have in the deck to just sustain your health level and outlast your opponent. Those are some of the basic win conditions. You don't necessarily need to have them all in the deck, they just happen to be all here. But you can easily cut one, maybe 2 of them, and move the focus of the deck away a little bit to better suit whatever meta you are facing. You also have some means to just apply a lot of pressure even in the mid game with this deck, thanks to Spiteful Summoner. And in order to get to that mid game, to that late game, to be able to use these win conditions, there's a fair bit of defensive packages in this deck, so we start from the early game. Arcane Artificer is a 1-mana minion, but it's not something you ever play on 1. It's actually not even something you keep on your mulligan. It's actually a late game card that often comes into play after your ice block has been popped, and then you play Artificer and spells and gain a bunch of armor. What you want to do in the early game is to have specifically the Arcanologist. The Arcanologist is great. It pulls the ice block, which is a good defensive tool, and it also removes the ice block from the contention so that you cannot get ice block as a result of any of the big spell synergy cards. So that's your number 1 pick for the early game. Then you have Doomsayer, which can also help you stall, especially in the early game when the opponent is not quite able to kill it yet. Medivh's Valet, which is especially good if you already have an Arcanologist. I mean, if you have Arcanologist, then you can keep Medivh's Valet, but you don't necessarily keep Medivh's Valet alone, because it's not that powerful without a secret. In this particular build, there's also Fireplume Phoenix, replacing some of that early game burn spells because you don't have any in this build. So Fireplume Phoenix gives you a minion, and it can also remove something from the opponent, just helping out smooth that early game. After those very first turns we get to the point where the mage deck is able to start using its area of effect damage. So there's Dragon's Fury, which is really awesome. It can deal down to just 3 damage if ice blocks are still in the deck, and up to 10 if Pyroblast is still in the deck, so there's quite a wide range. But you know what spells are remaining in your deck, so you can better estimate what are the possible outcomes of using Dragon's Fury. And there's in Dragon's Fury, there's Blizzard, there's Meteor, some builds also run Flame Strike. And all of these can be combined with the Arcane Artificer at some point, so that you can do a board clear that gives you armor, and they can also be combined with Arcane Tyrant, so you can do a board clear and follow that up by playing a free minion so that you have a minion on the board after your board clear spell to challenge whatever the opponent is able to play next. This type of deck is particularly good against the Kazakus Priest, which is very prevalent now. Basically you're fighting for the board, you're fighting for the game, then they eventually probably want to try to combo you down with, so let's say they play Velen, they play Radiant Elemental, they pop your Ice Block, you respond with Arcane Artificer and Meteor and another Ice Block, so then you get 9 armor, you kill the Velen, you kill the Radiant Elemental, you have the Artificer on the board that they have to answer to, you have another block up. It's very difficult for a Kazakus Priest to beat this deck. They have to get the Raza and Anduin very early so that they can pressure you hard. Otherwise they just don't have enough pressure, and then they will eventually run out of damage because Ice Block prevents the OTK that they can use to beat other decks like Warlock, for example. Overall, a quite fun, relatively powerful deck to play. This is kind of like a basic build, not teched too hard to beat anything in particular. So you may want to consider, for example, cutting maybe the Doomsayer, putting in some Twilight Flame Callers if you're facing a lot of Aggro Paladin. You might want to run more than one copy of Weapon Removal if you're facing a lot of Q-Block. In the Q-Block matchup, removing that skull is very, very important. You almost always lose if you can't remove the skull and they get the Doom Guard out and they manage to cube and darkback the cube out of that. So if there's a lot of Jade Druid, you might think about taking in a Skulking Geist. But there are many ways to build this deck. You can go really hard on the big spells. You could add a Raven Familiar to draw some of those big spells, maybe if you run double Pyroblast even. Or you might tone that down, you might cut the Spiteful Summoners, go into more of a control type of gameplay and remove that mid-game pressure from the deck. Both are completely viable avenues. So overall it's a fun archetype because there's so much you can do with it. Either go really big spells or either go to the control end of it. As always, I've prepared a bunch of gameplay about this deck for you, so remember, if you enjoy this content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And let's go take a look at how this deck is performing. Probably another Q-Block. Can I find Polymorph? Can I find Harrison? Cool animation made very Alex. What? This is no Q-Block. Who are you and what have you done to all the Q-Blocks? It's a fielded zoo. It is a fielded zoo. It might still kill me. Who knows about these things? I just hate spending a coin here. I'm taking a bit of a beating right now. But I have the Artificer. So let's see. I'm starting to need the something. Dragon Spirit doesn't kill that. Meteor is going to kill that next turn though. Next turn I will coin Meteor. I'm going down really low. Let's see. Maybe I can entice him to trade. I mean, I would love it if he trades. Please do trade. That would be so sweet. I anticipated that. That's why I hit there too. Okay. If I feel like taking a chance... No, I don't feel like taking a chance. I feel like coining a meteor. I'm playing an Arcane Tyrant. But now it will take me a while before I can get the Artificer out there. So if he has Doom Gods, this can get tricky. I guess I'm meteoring again. That's what this looks like to me. Well, that's what this looks like to me. Time to meteor again. Okay. I have the ice block, so I have a little bit of time maybe. He's unlikely to pop it. Yeah, you can't quite pop it there. When Dragon's Fury is a guaranteed board clear. Can I let him pop the ice block and then just play Artificer and Violence Portal to get to 8 health? Play a Spiteful Summoner this turn. He gets to play 2 cards. I think that's going to work out. Let's see what I get. Oh, a 4-drop. That's pretty bad. I get a taunt. He can't even pop. Bonemare's not bad though. Taunt is cheat. Yeah, it is. The ultimate cheat. So I still have 2 Polymorphs in the deck and a Dragon's Fury. I would need to hit Blizzard or Violence Portal. Oh, it's less than 50% to wipe the board. Feels bad, man. We're still going for it. Dragon's Fury. Come on, Blizzard or Violence Portal. Boom, baby, boom. And why not get the Metis Valet out there as well? Alright, alright. We have an ice block, so we're going to smoke him. Get smoked. Or do I need to smoke? Now just top deck Jane. I top deck Alexstrasza, is that good enough? So we have many paths. I think I like the Smork path. Let's just Smork him. There's no reason to kill the Malkazar's imp. You can keep your imp. I'm cool with that imp. I mean, all I want is to set you down to 9. What if he top decks Gul'dan now? If that card was Gul'dan, would he still have had a chance? He would get a Doom Guard, pair of Void Walkers. Was I too smorky? I think they're not. I think I want AoE. Really? Berserking, that's curious. Okay. I didn't keep my secret, I didn't keep the valet. But I found the Arcanologist, which is much better than keeping a secret, because it's 2 cards in 1. Hearthstone Battle a couple of months ago. If you read the same statement, I did not read that as saying that they're going to rotate. Okay.
Speak your peace.
Arcanologist time. He can't play Rallying Blade next turn. He can play the Maul. If he has a good Maul, then this is really, really scary. So now all comes down to, does he have the unidentified Maul? And if he does, is it a good one? Well, I don't agree with the coin veteran. I don't think that was a good play. Even if he assumed a secret mage, he would want to save the coin for later.
Speak your peace.
The light dims.
So he does not have the bell. I think I'm trying to kill some of these minions to reduce the incoming damage a little bit. The alternative was to simply ice block that turn. But ice block doesn't do anything immediately. Next turn I will try to ping away the Divine Shield. Hope he doesn't find a mole that gives him more Divine Shields. Ouch, that one hurt. Another Archaeologist is good. Then we ping away a Divine Shield. And please don't have a Blessed Mole that gives you a Divine Shield. There's still one minion that survives. I mean, he could play Blessing of Kings on this Divine Shielded one, trade away the Archaeologist, and go face with the rest. I think that would be by far the strongest play. Almost, but not quite. Of course, being down to 8 does have its downsides. So if we roll Polymorph, we lose. That is interesting. Of course I can ice block, but then I'm guaranteed to get popped. And I don't have any healing in hand. Which means that let's roll something else than Polymorph to win. Next turn I can play Ice Block and Valet. He can play Call to Arms though, I can't wipe all of them. He can't play Juggler into Call to Arms, that's an upside. But he really should have traded. Well, now he gets to pop next turn, so I still need healing. I can take away the weapon, but if he has another weapon, then he pops next turn. I think that's too big of a risk to take. I think I have to play the Ice Block.
Excuse me, you are
Kill the minion and hit face. He's going to pop. Upside is that he pops at 3. I'll have to play another Ice Block, however, to play around second Rallying Blade. Oh, Champion's Maw. That's pretty sweet too. I can maybe prevent a pop here. I still have to play the Ice Block to be sure, because that could be a Rallying Blade that he's holding on to.
right away.
And I have to trade. And let's hope that he cannot pop. He can... both deckhands are gone. Patches is gone. So he can pop with Leroy. Or with Rallying Blade. I would really need to find an Artificer. So close. Oh, he might be able to pop with the Juggler. Oh no! Oh no! Well, that was pretty annoying. Did I just lose? I think I just lost. There's nothing I can pick up with Harrison, even. So I have to play the Summoner and I have to get a Taunt minion. That's the only out I have. Sometimes you're just not able to do it. It's around 10% to get a 6-drop Taunt. That's not a taunt.
Checkmate. Well done.
Can't keep these cards. Red King helps that they actually give Mage some cards. Yeah. But okay, can we beat an Aggro Paladin? Last time we lost. So much depends on whether they get Divine Shields. With Warrior Whirlwind effects, if you can find some Whirlwind effects, you win. Because their minions... Oh, it's a Murloc Paladin. Alright. Let's see. He kept 2 cards, so he could have a Rockpool Hunter there. And the only thing I can do here is ping things. So if he has the Rockpool Hunter, that's really strong. He can also coin a secret. Redemption or Getaway Kodo. Doesn't coin a secret, I'm happy. I think I want to ping this more than I want to play an Arcanologist this turn. I play the Arcanologist next turn, then I pull a 3-mana spell away from my deck before my Dragon's Fury turn. I think that's what I want to do. Gentle Megazord next turn? Possibly. Okay, I get both of my 3-mana spells away from my deck before that. So Dragon's Fury is guaranteed at least 4 damage. Potentially more because I already have 1 Polymorph in hand as well. So far so good. But Blessing of Kings might hurt. Megazord. Please don't get +3 attack. +3 attack. That's painful. That's painful stuff. Right there. Yeah, going phase is the right play. Just do it. And then maybe something like a Redemption too. But I can hit there to pop the Redemption. And then I can steal Dragon's Fury into Arcane Tyrant. So let's pop the Redemption. It was a Getaway Kodo. That was better. Doesn't change my play though. I'm still going to get the Arcane Tyrant out there. Getting down to 17 doesn't feel fun, but let's see. So much depends on how strong his this turn is. Can I get an opening to play a Spiteful Summoner? Can the Arcane Tyrant buy me time to play the Spiteful Summoner? More secrets, more secrets. One mana off from having a potential board clear, if there's no Noble Sacrifice. I think I try to kill the Murloc. He gets it back again. That's cool. I mean, I could wipe this board with Polymorph and ping. But I think I want to challenge the board with minions of my own. I have only 1 4-mana spell in the deck, so it's likely that I get a 6-drop or 7-drop. Okay, so let's challenge the board a little bit. I have double ice block here. Okay, he's going all face, right? Yeah, can't fault him for that. I'm going to have to ice block now. And I could take away Valandor, but it could still give him the buff to a charge minion. But I can ice block. I need to trade away one of these to deny any buffs on that minion now. We trade there. These guys are going face and the Medu's Valet is going to hit face too. Alright, can you smork me down through 2 ice blocks? He could have a Leroy here. Unlikely to have other chargers. Okay. Interesting that he has a knife juggler in Murloc Paladin, by the way. You don't see that all that often. Is there some sort of midrange paladin at this one, but without Murlocs? Well, it's Aggro Paladin. Yeah, there is one with knife juggler and call to arms and stuff. I just lost it just a few moments ago. He wants to get the probability to get the buff on whatever minion he really prefers to go to. He wanted the buff on the charge minion, and he got it. So I have 12 here, and I have 5 in spot, so I just win. Let's try to kill Face for a change. Boom. I might take this hand, assuming it's Big Spell Priest. Made a sleeper. Yeah, Strifecrow was of the opinion that control decks are the best decks right now. That they're better than Corridor Creepers and Spiteful Summoners and everything. Hard to say. But the ice blocks, of course, give it... Keleseth. Well, big spells. Okay, big spells, of course. Well, I probably want to challenge him on the board. That Keleseth can be a big deal, though. Now all of my removal is doing much worse against him. And the Talon Priest too. Ouch. Painful stuff.
Right away.
We're trying to deal some damage to that prince, but... Alright. This looks bad. So far this looks really bad. Oh no, not an Orchard Cleric top deck. Beautiful top deck. And all of these have 4 health now, so I can't even meteor them away. I have to coin the Dragon's Fury. There's just no other way. I have to get rid of this board now. But I can play an Arcane Tyrant on top of that. Next turn he wants to play the Dragonid Operative, and I can polymorph that. So maybe I can recover somehow. What? Why'd you play that in the deck? Full of surprises. Is this even the big spell? Or is this just the good old Keleseth Kasagus Priest? I think I'm polymorphing this. I'm not ready to give up on tempo yet. Next turn I try to go with the Spiteful Summoner. Hopefully he doesn't go with the Spiteful Summoner now. This might force me to Meteor. Well, that definitely forces me to Meteor. Unfortunately, I cannot kill the Summoner, which means that if he has a Bone Mare in hand, he can Bone Mare this one up now to be a really big one. 6-7 Dragon Operatives are pretty good too. So he didn't have a Bone Mare. I guess he would have also played another Spiteful Summoner over playing this, but he can find more Spiteful Summoners from my deck with the Operative. I think I have to Meteor them. And hope that there's no Spiteful Summoner again. Free from Amber is also pretty bad, but that was just too much incoming damage. 8. This has got to be my Spiteful Summoner turn. I played the Arcanologist first, so I can't low roll an Ice block. Now I can't low roll an Ice block from the Summoner. So the lowest roll is that single polymorph out there. Let's see about this. There's still the potential for Bone Mare, but at least it cannot. At least a Bone Mare cannot kill me. He's going all face, right? Why is he not going face? He got the Spiteful Summoner from the Operative. But he has no more spells in the deck. Oh. So he has Mind Control in hand. Trade. Do I just play Frostlich Chain at this turn? I think I do. This is my best chance to go Frostlich Chain. I trade here. I trade here. I play the Frostlich. Now I know he has 2 mind controls in hand. What is he playing in that deck? So he doesn't have free from embers, just mind controls. I mean, I could Violence Portal and ping the Bone Mare and hit the Spiteful Summoner. So then it will be frozen. Now let's freeze that fellow. I get to 17 health, but he has the mind controls in hand. I know that now. But when is he going to have the time to play a mind control? Are you kidding me? He got a Spiteful Summoner and Frostlich Chain from... Oh, he didn't even get to make a choice. Wow. Oh, we trade here. Then I'm going to Violence Portal his Water Elemental. No, not the Bomb Squad. Well, we got the Bomb Squad. Nice Duskbreaker. Now this is getting really weird. So I hit here. And I ping that into a new Water Elemental for myself. Then I can play Ice Block, Medius Valet hit. I can Medius Valet and hit that Water Elemental. This game got really weird. And he has 2 mind controls. That's something I have to keep in mind. He has 2 mind controls over there. He has another Bone Mare left. He also has 1 Dragonid Operative left. And he can get more from the... He can still get more. So I might low roll a 4. Or I can roll 6, so... Well, there's 2 spells left in the deck. There's a 4 and Polymorph and Blizzard. So it's 50-50. It's okay, I can hedge my bets by trading this one there. If I roll 4, this one goes down to 3, I can still kill it at least. And if I roll 6, I can just convert it. Let's see, which one is it going to be? Low roll to 4. But I can still kill it. So that's an upside. What did he get from the operative? I mean, there's still all the good stuff is still left. He has already played the Kelaset, so is he going to have anything that has only 3 health? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, this turn is Dragoncaller Alana, right? I don't think I have any other place. Here we go. Let's see if this is enough. This one has lifesteal. Well, but he's at 30, so... He has mind control. But mind control takes his entire turn. But it gives him 10 armor, too. That's 28. So I wouldn't even have enough even if there was no taunt.
I can see into your power.
I've lost track a little bit. Alright, against the Hunter. I don't see Spell Hunters anymore. They're all mid-range. Or maybe once upon a time the speed that they come to your face with would have been called a Hybrid Hunter. South Sea Deckhand and Patches. Yep. He wants that face. Alright, whipping the deckhand. Let's see if we are going to be able to make this. Next turn I have some interesting decisions to make. Well, this was also an interesting decision because I could have played the valet here to try to challenge the board a little bit, but I thought ping was better. Because there was no way he would trade, and then even then valet would only take a down a deckhand and go charge or something. Now there's an interesting decision. I can either ping the patches or I can develop the ice block. If I develop the ice block. By developing the ice block, he doesn't have a coin, so he can't Houndmaster. I can play Medivh Valet and ping next turn. Mod, which card do you miss for Control Warrior? Justica, Revenge. I don't know. Reckless Flurry just seems... Oh dear, that hurts. A little bit lackluster at times. That one really, really hurts. I have to kill that one. Why is it always Hover? Just why? I think I'll ping Patches over playing an Arcanologist this turn. Let's try to immediately remove some damage from the board. Ouch! That flanking strike. I didn't see a flanking strike coming. Well, I can play an Arcanologist anytime he pops me. Just in reverse, nothing compared to the loss of Wind Axe. Yeah, that too. It just hurts that you lose all your armor with Reckless Flurry. Or it doesn't have the board clears that would be really good. Let's try if the Phoenix can make me return to this game. I need some big spells to play with the Artificer, I guess. Can he pop me already this turn? I think that's unlikely. Kill Command Hero Power doesn't do it. Wrong order. Well, I am not popped. He's one off next turn unless he has something more from hand. So I think I will take them to play the Spiteful Summoner. So I can fetch another ice block right when needed. Then I could play it with the Artificer. Yeah, I have to try with the Spiteful Summoner now, I think. If I can find a taunt minion or something, that would be great. Oh, there's no taunt. I traded there. So now he has 9 on board. He needs to use 1 additional resource to pop. That's the main thing here. Did he just mess up his pop? No, he still gets it. He can still Hero Power and Candle Shot. Oh, a Thunder Rhino. That's really good. Eventually no OG in chat. What, Matsky? And hi? Do I leave at 7 without an ice block? I think I do, right? Because he needs a beast and a kill command. I'm at the very least I'm taking that chance here. I need to kill the beasts though. Because if I don't kill the beasts then I don't live. But I can kill the beasts. So now... And now he needs a beast and a kill command to kill me from here.
Your magic shall
That's not a beast and kill command. Excellent news. Just excellent news. Then I ice block again, and the following turn I Alexstrasza. Either his face or my own. And this is always an ice block again. And I do need to trade. That might even deny a pop. It's always better to deny the pop than let him do it. Okay, well, it's Alexstrasza on my own face, obviously, with just these minions on the board. So now he again needs something more than just the hero power to pop, and then I can Alexstrasza. He can't even pop me. Well, that's interesting. If I Alexstrasza him, he goes down to 15, and then I deal another 8. So he goes down to 7. He pops me next turn. Can he protect his health total somehow? If I Alexstrasza my own face, I'm stuck with trading. I mean, I have the meter, so I could trade. Kill command and he kills this one. Now this is Alexstrasza to his face. Let's just punch everything to face. I think this is the right play. I don't really see... I mean, either of secrets. But other than that, only one card. I don't see the out. I even have a polymorph in hand, so taunt is not an out. Even if he clears the rest of the board and leaves like just Alexstrasza alive. I don't see a way for him to win from here. Unless he has an Eater of Secrets in hand right now. That of course is a win. Flare. He could have a Flare. Yeah, Flare is another one. But other than that, can't even suicide because the candle shot makes him immune. Oh, too bad. I think I'm mulligan everything for an Arcanologist. Or it can also be the Malygos OTK. We'll see. This is interesting. My opponent, the Druid. Sometimes I'd like to have more draw. Sometimes I'd like to have more AoE. Then again, against Priest I don't want to have more AoE. That would be aggro. Let's see. Do you have buff or maybe a Mug of Yeshuraj or something? That's the Mug of Yeshuraj. Sad times. I think I take this opportunity to develop an ice block. That might not be good enough. Well, there are some weaknesses to aggro with this build. Next turn is a Dragon's Fury. I pinged this so if he buffs it, it goes up to 3 health. And then it still dies to even if I low roll an ice block. What? Aggro Jades? What's that? I don't know, but I think I want to wipe this board. I just can't keep taking damage. What is this build? Huh. Interesting. Well, I don't have a Geist. That's a bit of a problem. Now, isn't it? I think we're going with the Spiteful Summoner. Not having a Geist means that he can go infinite. Ooh, high rolling a taunt. Sweet. Hey, I actually high rolled. I don't have a good way to deal with this board. I can obviously meteor down one. There is another counter for this deck. Jade Druid. Well, we're just about to find out. Let's see, shall we? I'll meteor that fellow over there. Then if I double trade, he can just swipe. It's not worth it. I do want the Arcane Tyrant, but I'm not going to attack into the Behemoth yet. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, 5 more mana. Nourish for crystals, right? Yeah, so he can play Ultimate Infestation next turn. Alright. We'll see how this goes. To hit here. I'll Violence Portal that one down. Punch him in the face a little bit. Now he plays an Ultimate Infestation on this 4/4. Next turn I play Alexstrasza on his face. And just attack. And we'll see if that's enough. I bring life. Put him down to 13. Still not quite in Pyroblast reach. Still not quite there. But double swipe is the only good answer he can have here, right? Double swipe is a board clear. That's sweet. If he has that. What is this deck?
Your magic shall not save.
Why do you have these cards in it? I don't get it. But I should win from here, right? I can even play the Artificer. Meteor, ping. Hit face for 7. I don't know what kind of Jade Druid that is trying to be. I have to be honest, I really don't know. I've seen this deck, but I've been inactive so long I've managed to forget its name. Yeah, I don't really understand this. I think regular Jade Druid build is just better. So he's dead, I can just Pyroblast him in the face. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.